immediately speak to Katie, who's in West London. You were actually at that position when this happened. What did you see?
Yep, we were right there when it happened. We actually just walked onto Exhibition Road and heard a really big bang. That's what we heard. And then we saw people running, and people were very confused and people were frightened. There were many, many, many people. It was absolutely packed. There were thousands of people on the streets. We walked up Exhibition Road because we weren't sure what was happening, and there were 3 cars that were stopped there. All kind of, one car was really badly smashed up, and what looks as though it had happened is, it looks as though it had kind of left the pavement and driven straight into one of these kind of information bollards things that they have there.
The concrete barrier.
No, it was like, you know, these kind of things that they have that they put information on, like tourist information.
Oh, yes.
So that was completely smashed up. And the weird thing about that section of Exhibition Road is that there is no curbs or pavements. It's all kind of one thing. It's this sort of special space that they're trying to make cars and pedestrians share and use together. Anyway, we saw a man being held down by civilians. A black guy was being held down. He was wearing like blue jeans and stuff. He had his arm twisted behind his back, and there were like 4 pedestrians, I could assume.
So these were members of the public that were pinning him down?
Yeah. And then further up the road, we saw at least 2 people injured. There was one little boy who had an injury to his leg. He must have been like 8 or 9 or something. And then there was also a lady lying down. There were obviously people trying to help them. And there were people already there. We were there, kind of the ambulances took about 10 minutes to come. All the officials from like the museum and stuff like that were trying to help and had all their walkie-talkies, but there were a lot of people that were sort of very frightened.
So you saw a couple of people at least who were injured, one who was a young boy. Yeah. Any idea how serious those injuries may have been? You said it was a leg injury.
The little boy was responsive. I think maybe he'd broken his leg or something, I don't know, but the lady wasn't moving.
Okay, and this car I'm watching in my pictures, it's a black hatchback car that has been, that's the one you're talking about, and the guy was wearing the blue shirt. Is that the pictures I'm seeing? Yeah, okay.
And then the cars coming down in that direction obviously smashed into that car as it crossed across them. Okay. And there were 2 cars behind.
All right, thank you, Katie. If you forgive us, we're going to just delay the news for a second because I want to get another eyewitness report. Graham is a taxi driver. He's in Camden. Graham, what did you see?
Hi. Yeah, that's what our taxi driver was just passing by, and I saw this black guy pinned down by 4 other big guys. I assumed they were unmarked police officers, and there was another unmarked car on the pavement, which I think it was a Vauxhall, silver Vauxhall. And yeah, this black guy was pinned down. He was wearing a silver hoodie, and then you had 2 fast police cars approaching, one down Exhibition Road, the other one down Cromwell Road. And yeah, there was another police officer diverting the traffic away, but there was no panic. I would say it didn't seem like a terrorist attack to me because nobody was running around. There was members of public, everyone was sitting around there, walking, crossing. There was I didn't get this feeling of panic. Yeah. So at first I thought maybe a fight broke off, or maybe somebody trying to rob someone. I didn't think of a terrorist attack. But
that particular area was mentioned by our security expert, and if you know the area, you'll know it very well. There isn't really a mounted pavement, is it? The road sort of converges into the pavement as one almost. No.
If somebody wants to drive into the public, they can easily do so. But I don't think this was the case because there were hundreds of people there. People still queuing to get into the museum. If somebody wants to do that, it's quite easy to do it. But there was no panic there. Nobody was running around. You just drive and you look through your window. You see this guy pinned down by other guys and 2 police cars approaching. So until I switched the radio on, I wouldn't think there was a major incident. I don't think there was a terrorist attack. So, yeah, I don't think so, no.
But that, and you're a taxi driver, so you'll know, so that whole area's been cordoned off now, so presumably, you know, it's an area to avoid.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.